Hey guys, it's Alice again. Welcome to my second university related video of the week. If you guys don't know, I'm actually uploading a video every single day this week all about university. So if you aren't subscribed to my channel and you would like to, please don't forget to press that subscribe button. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That'd mean so much to me. And yeah, let's just get straight into the video. I actually asked you guys on Twitter to ask me some questions to do with university. So I have a whole bunch of questions and I'm just going to try and answer them as quickly and as best as I can. If you have any further questions, leave them down in the comments and I'll be sure to reply. Alicia Allen asks, what do you think you'll want to do when you leave uni? What career do you want to have? Now this one is something that still scares me because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. I feel like it'll definitely be something along the creative side and something to do within the media industry. Ideally, I'd love to continue doing YouTube, maybe expand it to doing like TV presenting or something a little bit like more involved with other people, because YouTube is quite a lonely job and I don't want to rely on YouTube as a platform forever, so maybe I could expand out into like presenting or something like that, or maybe PR and the people I email as a YouTuber now, maybe I could go on the other side and see what it's like working as those guys. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure, which is really scary, especially to say I only have 1 year left at university, but I feel like there's a lot of pressure on people to know what they want to do in their lives. Whereas we've got a whole life ahead of us and I feel like it's best to try and take your time and work it out and be sure before you do anything. Yasmin has asked, do you think your university experience would be better or worse if you had chosen a uni further away from home? To be honest, when I came to uni, I wasn't 100% sold on the idea. It was a really spontaneous decision and I ended up choosing a university that is only an hour away from my hometown, and I am so happy I did that because there were so many occasions when I just wanted to go home for a hug from my mum and some home cooked meals and just some home time. And that's just kind of what I was like. I decided so last minute, I think it was nice for me to know that I could get home super easy, especially because I have a car. So for me, I think it would have been a lot different if I lived further away because it wouldn't be so easy to get home. I don't think I would have been as happy knowing that it wasn't so easy for me to get back if I needed to. But I don't think it would have made it too different because, I don't know, you could be only half an hour down the road and not go to see your parents as much as I do. I suppose it kind of depends on who you are as a person, but I'm definitely glad I was close because I don't think I could have handled not surviving on my mum's like Sunday dinners for too long. Amber asks, who's your favourite teacher at your university? So the person who I'm going to say might possibly be watching this video, so hi if you are, but my favourite tutor is definitely Graham Cooper. He's a wonderful guy. He does so much for the university. And he's just a nice guy. He knew me right from first year and he kind of realised that I was a YouTuber and realised how passionate I was about the industry that I'm in, and he's kind of related to that industry. So he kind of has guided me along and helped me out, and it's been really nice to have someone at the university who I trust, who I can talk to if I have a problem, can just go to for a chat and it not be like super serious or anything like that. It's just nice to have someone who gets it, you know? Shout out to Graham, what a guy, and he has a great beard. Savannah asks, did you have a student loan? Yes, I did. Unfortunately, I am not rich and I cannot afford my fees. My fees are currently £9,000. Maybe that will change depending on the government, but right now my fees are £9,000 per year, and then I have a maintenance loan on top of that, which is about £5,500. So I have a lot of debt per year. It's not the best situation to be in, but you know, this is what you have to do nowadays, so just got to deal with it, unfortunately. Jen asks, do you have any regrets? If you could go back, would you change any of your decisions? I don't think I would. I feel like everyone always says this, but I feel like your mistakes and your regrets and the things that you do, no matter how good or bad they end up, I feel like it kind of shapes you as a person. So as much as there are a few things that I look at and think, oh gosh, I wish I didn't do that, I feel like it's made me learn from it. So I feel like I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't know the people I know today without the things that have happened to me have happened. So if that makes any sense whatsoever. So no, I don't regret anything. I feel like it's kind of bad and unhealthy to dwell on things that you can't really change anymore. Bex asks, if you could go back in time with the knowledge of what uni is like, would you still have chosen to go? Yes, I'm kind of biased because I met like my best friends and my boyfriend at university, so if I hadn't have come, I wouldn't have either of those things. So I would definitely still come because obviously that's kind of allowed these relationships to blossom. But in terms of actual university wise, I feel like I'm so glad I came, because although the money is still a big issue for me and it does bother me that it's so expensive to come to university now, I feel like in terms of the experience and the kind of contacts and the life knowledge you get from having to like fend for yourself and just do a whole different kind of course, I feel like that is so valuable. I'm not sure it's valuable enough for £9,000 for every student, considering that my brother paid £3,000 per year. But, you know, that's about the government, and I feel like the university experience in general is really worth it. Definitely wouldn't change what I did. James asks, how did you budget for university? What did you take into account? First year, because I decided to come to university so last minute, I hadn't really saved up for it. So when it came to like paying deposits and, I don't know, like kitting out my room with bedding and like cooking stuff, I had to rely on my parents for that, which I am so thankful for. I'm so glad I'm in that situation. My parents basically took me to Wilco's and we bought everything we needed. In terms of rent, my maintenance loan only just covered my rent when I lived in student accommodation. So I used to work every single weekend. I worked Saturday, Sunday, every single weekend, and I don't know how I did it. I honestly do not know. I did full-time university Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I went home on Thursday. I did martial arts Thursday, Friday, and then I did work Saturday, Sunday, and then I went back to uni on the Monday. Honestly, I do not know how I managed it, but I did. I feel like it's a good representation of like, it seems like a lot, but whilst you're doing it, you kind of just get into the swing of things and it kind of works out. So I earned money every weekend, and the money that I earned went on like me going to the pub with my friends or going out or, you know, like fun things. And then my parents used to send me home with my grocery shopping. So I didn't really have to buy any food, so to say, because my parents did that for me. And then luckily the money I earn, I could spend on like the fun things, if that makes any sense. This year, I don't have a set job. I do YouTube, obviously, which doesn't offer a super high income. It's definitely not as much as when I used to work last year, but hopefully by working super hard on this, it might build up, you never know. And luckily this year my rent has been a lot cheaper, so I have had extra money left over after I've paid my rent, which I have been able to live on. So that's been super handy, and hopefully it keeps going that way. Next year's rent goes up again, so I'm just gonna have to be careful. But what I'd say, don't shop at Tesco's or Morrison's or anywhere like that. Go to Lidl or Aldi. There are so many nice bits of food that are just as good, if not better, than Tesco's and Morrison's and Asda and stuff. I feel like you just need to not be a food snob. I was a bit of a food snob, but I mean, I absolutely love Lidl now. Now I have to pay for my own shopping. Lidl is the one. Luke asks, how do you recommend budgeting for university, especially when you have no money left after halls have been paid for? Like I just said, I was in this exact situation, and luckily my parents could help me out in terms of food, so I never really went short for food. But obviously I was able to go and see my parents every weekend. Some people don't have that option. Maybe your parents could send some money over. It feels horrible being at the age of 20 and still relying on your parents, but unfortunately at this day and age, when university costs so much, there is no shame in it. And if you need some help, your parents will help you out. That's what they're there for. I'm sure they don't mind. It doesn't mean you're sponging off them, it just means you need a little bit of help. And I've always told my parents I'm going to take them to Disneyland anyway, so I can pay them back. So yeah, if your parents will offer to help, take it. Honestly, they're doing it because they love and care about you and they don't want you to starve. If you can, get a part-time job. They're always helpful, and I feel like it's really good to have something other than university to focus on, because I feel like if I didn't have YouTube to focus on, I would be so bored when I wasn't at uni. I'm glad I have another focus. Sometimes it does seem like a lot of work balancing deadlines and work and, you know, stuff like that, but a part-time job is really nice. You'll meet some more people similar to you in a similar situation, and you'll get some money, which is also very helpful. James asks, how do you manage your time effectively at university with commuting, YouTube, etc.? This is one that I really don't know how I've managed to do, but now looking back, I realised I was actually super organised with my time. So I think the best thing to do, this is what I do anyway, I put everything that I need to do in my phone. Because I always have my phone on me, it means if I have anything that pops up, I can put it in my phone straight away. I don't have to wait till I get home to my diary. And I kind of just keep track like that. I plan like a week in advance, not too far. And I used to just try and like prioritize stuff. To-do lists were the best invention ever. I wrote so many to-do lists in first year because I used to have to do all my uni work before I went home to work for the weekend. So I had to like effectively do my uni work 3 days a week, and the rest of it was like I was busy, and then YouTube on top. So definitely to-do lists. If you prefer writing stuff down, get yourself like a personal organizer with various weeks and you can write down your timetables. Stick up a calendar on the wall with your like important dates on. That helps too. I think you just need to be organised. You just need to get as many little things that are going to help you out. A calendar, a notepad, a calendar in your phone, I don't know, a to-do list maker, anything that you think will help you stay organised. And you've just got to be strict on yourself, unfortunately. You've got no one telling you to do it at uni. You've just got to be strict. Sorry guys, my battery died on my camera and then I couldn't find it and it was a bit of a kerfuffle. Last few questions, because I know this video is getting super long. Taylor asks, how long did it take you to settle in? Are you allowed into your halls a few days early? I feel like when I moved in first year, I was definitely building it up a lot more than it needed to be. Everyone always says this, but you've got to remember everyone's in the same situation. So everyone feels equally as awkward, equally as scared, equally as like totally confused. You just got to remember that. Literally after maybe like 2 weeks, it kind of sunk in. I feel like I thought I was on holiday at first. I thought I was going to go home and that was going to be it. I felt like I was just in a little bit of a holiday period, and then after so long, it kind of just settled in and new routines start to happen and it just kind of becomes the new normal. Alex says, have you got any tips for moving in day? I'd say take some sweets with you and take a door wedge, because not all student accommodations have doors that keep open. Usually they want them shut for fire reasons, but you know, we'll let the rules slide for the first day. So as everyone's moving in, if you've all got your doors propped open, you can kind of jump in and out and you don't feel like you're intruding. You can kind of get to know each other. And if you've got like some sweets or some cakes, it's kind of a nice little bonding thing to do. Just like offer out everyone else in your flat something to eat, something like that. In terms of boxes, I try and like label everything you can. Don't take too much to start with. Just remember that you can buy extra stuff whilst you're there, because I'm sure wherever you are studying, there will be shops available for you to get stuff. So don't try and take too much to start with. And yeah, just take lots of cute, cozy, homey things. Fairy lights are always a winner. That was what made my university halls so much homier. Cushions and throws and stuff like that. Especially if you're a homey person like me, the first thing I wanted my room to feel like was cozy and at home. So yeah, my room was decked out within the first hour. Louise has asked, if you had known how much your YouTube channel would grow, would you have still gone to uni? Yes, definitely. I feel like probably being at university has helped me learn the skills to grow my channel. I feel like being at university has given me the confidence. I mean, it's so cringy, but if you go back to the videos that I made when I very first started university, you can just tell the difference between how I talk and how I am and how I act on camera. And it's really weird because I've not changed as a person, personality wise. I feel like I've just become more comfortable with being my true self on camera, which I think is something that university helped me with. Again, the uni have been a massive help anyway. Obviously, I helped them out. I've done videos for them. So in terms of YouTube as a job, that's been really helpful and fun to get involved with. So I definitely would have gone to uni no matter what. I feel like YouTube has been like the cherry on top of the cake, and it's helped me out a lot, and it's offered me so many cool experiences that wouldn't have made university the same without it. Last question. This video has gone on for so long. I might have to make a part 2 of this Q&A, so let me know if you'd like me to do that. Rachel Webb asks, what was the most difficult thing about moving out and what was the most exciting? The difficult thing was, without being all sentimental, obviously the most difficult thing is leaving your family and moving out. That's scary. But let's not talk sentimental wise. The most difficult thing is remembering to feed yourself. Like, not necessarily remembering, but you realise you've got to plan 3 meals every single day. And I took it for granted, the fact that at home you go in the fridge and something's in there. Like, if you've got decent enough parents, they probably have stocked up the food that you like. But at uni, you've got to learn to adult, and you've got to remember that when the milk runs out, it's your job to go and get it. It's like something really silly, but I just underestimated trying to think of a new meal every night. Like, hats off to every like parent and caregiver who thinks of stuff like that, because I didn't appreciate that until I had to do it for myself. And then the best thing about moving away is probably kind of on the same spectrum. It's the independence. It feels like you Growing up, it feels like you've got your life together, even though none of us really do. We're all just kind of pretending and making it look like we've got our shit together. But it's nice having your own space and not having to like ask permission to do something, or not, I don't know, you can go in the shower at 1 a.m. if you want because your parents aren't going to shout at you for making noise. It's just like that little bit more of freedom that feels so, so good. But on the same spectrum as well, you kind of miss your parents kind of like looking after you and cooking for you. So it kind of balances out. It's like a weird situation, and until you've experienced it, I don't think it'll be easy for me to explain. But yeah, that is what I find the most easy and hard at university. So that is it for today's video. I know this has been super, super long and chatty, but I just had so many questions and I want to get as many in as possible. If you do have anything else you'd like to ask, leave it down in the comments and I'll try my very, very best to answer it as best as I can. Again, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to my channel because, like I said, there'll be more videos going up this week. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I love you a lot and I'll see you soon. Bye!